off we go from Cleveland. To return it, Darius Phillips. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the... ...28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Former Oklahoma Sooner Joe Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. But they certainly came out firing in this one. And while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little read it.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
First down, Cincinnati.
To Mixon on 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
To John Ross.
John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it. That was pretty.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. Decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Rock 36 to my right.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
In punt formation for the Browns.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down and 8. Here's Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down. At
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Bengals 6, Browns 0.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry.
Here's Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
The tackle made back at the
partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Refusing to go down. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 48 yards. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Browns 7, Bengals 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
17-yard line.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
And the Bengals first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 9. First down, Cincinnati.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run with Mixon. Mixon hit, and oh, the ball is out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on. 55, my God, 55. Go.
Hey, I'm 133.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing,
brings up
not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On second down, here's Mixon, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. The play fake. Here's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They run. Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
You better be afraid of me. Come on, run. Check 55.
Chubb. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Browns
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run again on first down. Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nick Chubb.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
At the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They begin with a run by Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go play action with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 59 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He finds his... And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there. 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
He was brought down. Partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On second and 9, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
29-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
36.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
On second down, Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I got you. I got you.
Mayfield to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there. 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. First down. Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Third down, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 2nd and 12. Mayfield now from the 50. It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Burrow on the keeper.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.